Today we can discuss the topic about how can we perform the boiler operations. The boiler needs water and the heat and the pressure also involved with the boiler setup. Today we can discuss about the steam boiler and its performance. Okay, and then what are all the parts that are involved with the steam boiler, likewise we can discuss. The initial process is started from, for example, this is the boiler drum. Okay, how can we get the inputs for this boiler drum? Yes, generally steam boiler needs water. For getting the water from overall tank through this grey color PVC pipe, that water is transferred to the water pumping station. After water pumping station, there is water purifier tank available. Inside of this tank, there is a polyurethane shell available. So, if we transfer the water through that polyurethane shell, the water get purified. How it purified? We can remove the dust from the collected water, and also we can eliminate the salt content that are available with the water content. From this, we can reduce the scale formation inside the steam drum and the steam boiler auxiliaries components. After purifying the water is transferred to that black color storage tank. After getting stored, the water level is reached maximum level. We can move to boiler performance analysis. How can we analyze? Yes, the valve is opened so that the water is going to the Y-type blow valve. Okay, here Y-type valve available. In that valve, the dust are getting sedimented. After dust getting sedimented to the Y-type valve, the water is transferred to this drum. That is water storage tank inside of the boiler setup is available. So we can transfer that collected water to that drum. What happens with this drum? Yes, here you see we can heat the collected water. How can we heat? Yes, the fuel storage tank available. In that piezometer, we can check the fuel level. After getting the fuel level or after ensuring the fuel level as correct manner means, we can transfer the fuel through this blue color pipeline. Okay, in that the valve is opened, so the fuel gets it into the burner. How? There is a blue color line available. From this blue color line, the fuel is transferred. After that, the fuel pumping station is also available. Through that fuel pumping station, the fuel is transferred to the burner setup that is available with the initial storage tank that is available with our boiler setup. The black color part, here you see the black color part is available, which is the burner setup. After that, the silver color setup is available, which is spark plug. Generally, spark plug is used to produce the spark for firing the burner fuel. After firing, the fuel gets or creates the temperature inside the boiler drum. Inside of this drum, there is a burner tube available. The burner tube is circulated with water pipelines. From this burner coil, the water getting heated, the heated steam is transferred to the silver color pipe that is available with the outlet of drum. Okay, steam drum is available. Here you see the pressure gauge available. When the pressure gauge value is reached 2.5 to 5 bar means we can open or close. Here you see how can I get the steam from outlet, I mean steam getting out from this steam drum. Here the two controls are available. Here the bottom side one control and the top side another control is available. Before we are ensuring the open and close setup of these two valves, we should ensure the water flow inside the drum. Here you see the blower setup available. What for this blower setup? From this hand lever we can operate the blower setup. From this we can get the higher outlet of air pressure. After higher air flow, here you see the silver color outlet. Here there is blue color. Here you see there is a silver color setup is available, which is known as economizer. Why we utilize this economizer? This economizer coil is used to preheat the water it into the drum. Okay, before supply the water it into the drum, we can preheat the available water. From this we can easily get the saturation level of temperature or saturation level of steam for developed working fluid. Okay, likewise we can enrich the heat through this setup. So economizer coil is used to preheat the supply water. After preheating, the burner flow is started to heat the flow water. After here you see come to the same point. Okay, here the two valves are available. What purpose we are having these two valves? The steam drum produces the steam, but what the pressure we need, how the pressure outlet is coming from the steam drum, we can ensure with this pressure monitoring device. If the pressure monitoring from the monitoring device, if the pressure reaches the maximum level, means initially we won't open this valve because the unsaturated steam maybe go through to the turbine, so that for avoiding the unsaturated steam flowing it into the pipeline, we can ensure this valve. Okay, which is known as bypass line. From this bypass line we can open and we can close this steam output valve, and we can open this steam output bypass valve. From this we can visualize the produced steam and water mixture with this pipeline. If the steam is produced more than mixture of water, means we can close that blow off valve. We can close that outlet valve. After that we can open this steam line. Okay, saturated flow of steam line. This insulated pipe is known as the steam flow line. With this setup, we can pass the produced steam into the turbine setup. Here you see the two parts are available. One is blue color casing, other one is red color casing available. The blue color casing has impeller or turbine. The red color casing is known as generator. So according to the developed we can monitor the produced power level through this digital display. We can ensure the power is produced within the range of what we expected. If suppose we are expecting level is 5 amps, so that we can generate the power and supply that power into the required area. But it exceeds 5 amps, means here you see the earth tank available. In that tank there is water is filled, the excess power is transferred to that water tank. From this we can reduce the power produced level with this earth tank. Okay, this is the power production line that is available with the boiler setup. Okay, here I have one question. I supply the steam to the turbine. After it finishes it works, what happens with the transferred water and the transferred steam? Yes, we can recycling it, we can reuse it, that used water. How? Yes, for the reason here the blue color condenser available. Okay, here after utilizing the produced steam, we can transfer the partially converted water to the condenser tank. The inside of the condenser tank there are lot of tubes, circulated tubes available. So the used water circulated inside the condenser tank. Then how can I getting cool that? Yes, here the condenser tank available. Inside of this condenser there is cooled water available. We can supply that cooled water into the condenser tank through this pumping station. The green color pipe is used to transfer the cooling water into the condenser. So the cooling water carries the heat, that is heated steam, that is getting outside from the turbine. Here the cooling process is carried out. After getting the red pipe is used to partially transfer the partially converted steam to outside. Now you can visit one thing here. The another pressure gauge is available. Okay, this pressure gauge indicates the condenser tank pressure, and also here another pressure gauge available. This pressure gauge is used to monitor the pressure that inside the steam pipeline. So there are two monitoring stations, pressure monitoring station available. Here the steam pipe pressure indicator, here the condenser pressure indicator. The condenser pressure indicator always lesser than the steam pipe pressure. From this we can ensure condenser pressure is reduced than the steam line. The steam line pressure is higher than the condenser pipeline pressure. From this we can getting the results of pressure that are developed within the steam pipe and the condenser. After getting the saturated level, the water are recirculated to the condenser tank, and the same water is transferred to the tank. Likewise, we can recycle the used water for power production, and the same water is utilized for further energy production with the aid of a steam boiler. Now I can tell you what are the parts available simply. Now you know about how can we operate the steam boiler setup. Now I can tell the concept. Here you see, this is the water storage tank. We can collect the water from the overall tank or government. Okay. After water setting, here the water purification tank available for avoiding the scaling formation of the components that are involved in the boiler auxiliaries. After purifying the water is stored into the tank. After stored the purified water, that is transferred through this green line to the steam drum. Inside of the steam drum there is burner and a spark plug available. With the aid of a burner and a spark plug, we can heat the initial water, and then we can preheat the initial water with the setup of economizer coil also. Before the water entering into the steam drum, we can preheat through this economizer coil with the air blower setup. Already I told you what all the contents are available. Here you see the control panel available. If I switch on, the control on. After that, blow down valve operation for the steam is produced fully level or saturated level. From this blow down valve we can ensure. After that, what are the contents available with the boiler? Yes, temperature, water level and steam pressure. Pressure and temperature always plays in thermodynamics, so that we can ensure the steam temperature through this indicator, and the pressure level inside the drum we can ensure this white color indicator, and also we can ensure the water level. Okay, here all the contents are reached the saturated, satisfied level. We can switch on from fill to fire. If I switch on the fire valve, means the burner fill. After filling, ensuring the filling component, we can fire the burner. From this we can getting the steam from the steam drum. After that it may move to steam pipe. Yes, which is the fire. We can fire the steam drum. After that the produced steam is moved to steam pipe. Here you see the footer available. The three levels I show you: steam temperature, steam pressure, water level I can show you. The pressure is moved to danger level or temperature is moving to danger level, means this footer indicates the alarm. From this we can get the information about the system is going to dangerous condition. We can operate, we can stop the boiler operation with the aid of this footer function. This kind of the information collecting devices or monitoring devices is also incorporated in a boiler. So if suppose the boiler level is reduced, boiler pressure is reduced inside the drum means with the aid of this reciprocating pump, we can build up the pressure inside the steam drum through this reciprocating pump, which is also available with the steam drum setup. With the aid of this reciprocating, we can build up the pressure within the steam drum. From this, we can get the saturated level of pressure and the temperature with the setup. After that, we can ensure the developed pressure level from 5 to 10 or 50 to 100 bars. We can ensure the pressure level with this pressure indicator of a drum. From this, we can transfer the produced steam through this steam pipe to the energy station, energy produced station, which is power station. Okay, in that power station there is turbine and the dynamo available. From this we can produce the power and also we can ensure the produced amps or produced level of current. If exceeds its limits means we can transfer that produced power to earth tank. From this we can dispose the extra power. So these are all the setups available. Finally, we can make the reuse of the used water with the aid of condenser tank. After condenser unit, there is cooling tower available. From the cooling tower, we can recollect the water. With the cooling tower collected water, we can cool the condenser water and also we can recycle the same water to the boiler for the operations. Okay. Here you see what happens in cooling tower. In top of cooling tower, there is a forced fan available. From this forced fan, we can give the high velocity air to the water. From this, we can cool the heated water. Okay, which is the performance of cooling tower. From these induced fans, forced induced fans, we can develop the cooling inside of the cooling tower. With this, we can reduce the heat of a produced steam. After that, we can recirculate the cooled water to the condenser station. In that condenser station, the heated water getting cooled, and after that, the cooled water then recirculated to the cooling tower. Why I recollect? Yes, the heat transfer occurs on the condenser unit. The high heat transferred to the cooling water. So the cooled water also gets some heat. That heat is dissipated with the aid of this induced fan setup. So this recycling of cold water and then heating with the condenser. After that, again we can cool with the same setup. From this we can get the cooling of water, cool the used water from the steam drum. This is the arrangement available with the boiler setup.